this one is pretty cool. I got a pretty cool ship to share with you today. Today is the USS Excelsior. This is the Diamond Select Starship Legends series. And this is the USS Excelsior, designation NCC-2000, Electronic Starship, Diamond Select, ART Asylum. Features all of the following: the sound effects, phasers, phrases and sound effects, Captain's Log, USS Excelsior, Hikara Sulu commanding, on screen, magnify, shields, damage report, don't tell me that was any meteor shower, helm, engage, fly her apart then, shields up. Alright, now we're giving them something else to shoot at. Target that explosion and fire. Nice to see you in action one more time, Captain Kirk. Sound effects of the engines, sound effects of the red alert, and sound effects of firing weapons. Now this is the USS Excelsior NCC-2000. This was first seen in the Star Trek III Search for Spock. And it was supposed to be breaking all the records of the Enterprise until it was sabotaged by Mr. Scott so the Enterprise could get away. But this is the Electronic Starship edition of the Excelsior. The USS Excelsior was the first in a new class of Federation starship. Larger than the existing Constitution class, it was originally intended to possess transwarp drive. This would make it capable of greater speed than any other Federation vessel. But the great experiment ultimately failed after a series of trials under its first commander, Captain Stiles. Refitted with standard warp engines, the Excelsior went into service in 2290 under the command of Captain Hikaru Sulu, formerly of the Enterprise. Following the ship's initial 3-year scientific mission, the Excelsior was involved in a battle at Kittimer against an experimental new Klingon bird of prey. With the new design deemed a success, new ships in this class were greenlit, including the new Enterprise B, and the Excelsior class soon became one of the most widely used designs in Starfleet, remaining in service for nearly a century. Now, if you guys remember, this is the Excelsior class. The class was named after the starship USS Excelsior, and if you remember, the Enterprise B is very similar to this. Now, there are differences. They're subtle, but there are differences in the Enterprise B and the Excelsior. The Excelsior is 467 meters. It has 34 decks, a crew of 607, and the maximum speed is warp 9.3. So let me go ahead and take it out of the box for you, and I'll set it up and show you the sound effects. Okay, so I've gone ahead, I've taken it out of the box for you, and you can see, I don't know if you can see it that well on the camera, but this is really detailed. It's really a nice representation of the Excelsior. Very big ship, which later would become the Enterprise B. And you remember Captain Sulu in this. See the details. And this one's cool because of the lights, the lighting.
On screen, magnify.
The reflector dish lights up.
Shields.
As well as the reflector dish, and the cells light up.
Don't tell me that was any meteor shower.
Let me get one that's...
Engage. Fire apart then. Shields up. Alright, now we've given them something else to shoot at. Target that explosion and fire.
The impulse engines also light up, as do the domes on the back of the saucer section.
Nice to see you in action one more time, Captain Kirk.
I'll give you some of the sounds that it makes. Again, this is
Captain's log, USS Excelsior. Hikaru Sulu commanding. On screen. Magnify. Shields. Shields. Damage report.
So as you can see, this has a lot of detail, and it's a lot of ship for the collector. The nacelles light up, and the impulse engines, and the reflector dish, and it's just all around a pretty cool ship. It comes with the usual instructions on how to install the batteries and what you got to do to get it running, and I'll put these up in photograph form. If you want to look, you can pause the video. It also comes with Diamond Select, kind of like a little catalog on the different things you can get from Diamond Select. Right off the bat, you can see the Wrath of Khan, USS Enterprise. I've got a video on that one that I've showed you guys. Going through it, other ships. The other side shows you different things. I've shown you the phaser with the gold handle, the communicator, and Dr. McCoy's medical tricorder with the little medical device, and other videos that I have. So this is pretty cool. It shows you everything that you can get from Diamond Select or what they put out. And the stand itself is, it's a little more sturdy than what the other one was. Instead of the ball in the socket trying to jam the ball into the little hole under the ship, this one actually has a little hole where you insert like a pin, and the pin goes, and then the pin base pivots, so that keeps the ship wherever angle you want to put it at for display. I'll put it back in a box when I'm done displaying it for you guys. A lot of things I like to do with my videos is I like to open my items up and show them to you. That way there you don't have to open yours. If you want to enjoy it, just come back and watch my video and you'll be able to enjoy it.
Don't tell me that was any meteor shower. Dome, engage.
A lot of you remember that that's from the Star Trek movie, where the Klingon Empire, the satellite orbiting Klingon, I believe it was Kronos, exploded, and the Klingon Empire only had 50 years of existence. And the Federation was trying to help the Empire and make peace, and like a reduction of weapons. What ended up happening was it was sabotaged by people that did not want peace. And just one of the all-time classic Star Trek movies. But the Klingons were working on a prototype where a Klingon bird of prey could actually fire while it was cloaked. And the Enterprise took quite the beating. This, of course, being the NCC-1701/A, took quite the beating from the Klingon bird of prey until they were able to, well, they kind of doctored a photon torpedo that could read the heat-seeking sensor. And they were actually able to trace the trail of the Klingon bird of prey, and make a long story short, it was the Enterprise that got the first shot in. Once the Excelsior that had shown up to help had seen the explosion, that's when Captain Sulu ordered to target that explosion and fire, as you hear in the sound effects. So I'm going to play a couple more sound effects because there's quite a bit on this one. That's one of my favorites, with the blinking nacelles and impulse engines.
Fire, Markman.
That's when they're on their way to help the Enterprise, pushing Warp 9, and they said they would fly apart, and Captain Sulu says, "Fly her apart then. We got to get there to help."
Shoes up. All right. Now we've given him something else to shoot at.
This is when it first shows up, and the Enterprise is under attack by the cloaked Klingon bird of prey. And they're just having a field day. General Kang is just having a field day shooting at the Enterprise, and the Excelsior shows up and they target the other ship. We all know what happens to that Klingon ship, though.
Target that explosion and fire.
And that was the end of General Kang. And the Klingon bird of prey prototype. I like the one that has the blinking nacelle
Nice to see you in
lights.
action one more time, Captain Kirk.
But you can see the detail is pretty awesome in this ship, and I will put still photographs up for you guys to, you can pause and check it out. It is cool. It is very, very
Captain's
cool.
log, USS Excelsior. Hikaru Sulu commanding.
Like I said, it's very, very, very cool. And for you collectors out there, especially the people that like the Excelsior,
Occupy.
the Diamond Select does not disappoint. You will be very happy if you decide to get one of these.
Shields.
It's pretty cool. I think I got all the sounds for you.
Diamonds report. Don't tell me that was any meteor shower.
And of course, that was after Kronos had exploded. The shockwave had gone through, and it was hitting everything, and that's when they got hit by the shockwave.
Dome. Engage.
That one's cool. That's my favorite one with the nacelles blink. The impulse engines also blink. So, I hope you enjoy this video. And it's pretty cool. Like I said, I hope this helps you guys decide if you wanted to get an Excelsior.
Fire about that.
You won't be
Shields up.
disappointed.
All right. Now we've given him something else to shoot at.
The Diamond Select Starship Excelsior USS Excelsior NCC-2000. Thanks for watching.